Hi guys, welcome to the next episode of video editions of Post Placement Talks with New Old Society with Shriyanka this time. So today we have with us a very special guest, Shreyas SK, who is also a part of PS University. He was my classmate from the past 4 years. He's also graduated during 2020 and he's currently working as an ERP analyst at Schneider Electric. So let's get started and try to understand his journey so far. Hi Shreyas.
Hi Shayanka, how are
Hi.
you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Thank you for asking. I'm doing good too.
Okay. So you currently have work from home?
Yes, Shayanka. Currently, I guess from August it's been work from home itself.
Okay. So let's get into the interview. So when did you join the company? What are your roles and responsibilities, SK?
So I joined the company initially as an intern in January 2020, and the first couple of weeks or so was induction, and we were introduced to the various pillars of the company, the various teams, and we were given info on how they contribute to the big picture. And then we were assigned our domains. I was part of ERP cluster, and ERP is essentially like a enterprise resource planning software, which is used for supply chain management activities. And I was under the subdomain of logistics and warehouse management. And my full time started only in August, and this is when I got into the crux of my domain. So my domain, to give you a brief, involves majorly on a high level customer interaction. That you'll have to do some requirement gathering, then you'll have to see if it's feasible, and you'll have to study the projects a bit. And to the end goal of it is to essentially design and implement a IT solution for that business process.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's essentially project execution and how much you can automate in a particular process.
Mm-hmm.
The end goal is, like I said, to gear towards offering additional functionalities and automating a few redundant tasks.
Okay. So initially itself, you were directly put into the ERP cluster.
Yes. So initially, when our domains were allocated, I was put into the ERP cluster. But
Okay.
also on the side, I was put under, like we were supposed to go to a manufacturing plant to get to know the actual business as well.
Okay. So even during the pandemic, they gave you the full-time offer.
Yes.
That's really nice. Okay. So moving on, how were your fresher days in the company? How long did it take for you to get accustomed to the industrial culture?
The first couple of months were extremely interesting, I would say, because it was all a learning phase for me. So it's a very new domain from the perspective of engineering.
Yeah.
So I got both like a technical and a business perspective into the industry. So I was learning not only at like the business perspective, I was learning at two fronts. So I was learning the technical aspect of as well, which was
Okay.
digital, and along with that, I was learning business processes from the factory. I was getting a hands-on on how exactly the product is manufactured.
Okay.
And yeah, it took me around, I guess, 2 to 3 months to get accustomed to the whole workflow.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I guess in a way, the biggest challenge came along with COVID, as everyone has felt it.
Mm-hmm.
And hardly like a couple of months into the internship, COVID hit, and there were hindrances both communication wise and learning wise. So communication wise, pinging everyone on Teams is such a tiresome task. So if you were at office, it would have been easier to communicate and learn at a much faster pace.
Yeah. So, are there any subjects you feel you should have learned during engineering so that it would have been easier for you during this work phase of yours?
Yes, I feel every company, no matter what, would be into like supply chain, and they'll have a product of their own, and they'll have to deliver it to the customers. So I feel in my curriculum, if a few of the operations and supply chain concepts were taught, it would have been easier for me to grasp the concepts than learn from beginning again.
Mm-hmm.
And it should have been a part of mechanical domain itself, but unfortunately, for some reason, it was not.
Okay. That's nice. How was your placement interview? What are the key points you think that a recruiter looks at in a person's resume?
So coming to my placement interview, my interview process was very pretty straightforward. The first round was aptitude, and this was majorly quantitative aptitude, and there were a few puzzles as well, which I was very riveted by. And Schneider actually had one more process, which was called personality assessment test. And this is where they judge what kind of behavior you possess. And it was actually a very mentally tiring test as well. And once you're through these rounds, you have your normal technical and HR rounds.
Okay.
Technical round, it started off with basic points from my resume, my various internships and my various projects and the courses I had taken, especially apart from mechanical. So I had taken finance, data analytics, and entrepreneurship courses as well. So those concepts were a bit, questioned upon.
Oh.
And not only this, they actually asked me theoretical aspects of mechanical engineering as well. So they asked me to apply to practical scenarios, and so it did not really end with mechanical. They asked me to write equations from my finance concepts as well. So you really need to be thorough with your resume.
So basically, when you talk about financial aspects, you learned that during the minors course?
Yes. So I had done a minors in financial management in BS. Also, I had taken up a Harvard course as well, which deals with financial accounting and finance and everything. So if you have put them on the resume, they will be asked upon that.
When did you take these courses up, and how long was these courses for?
The Harvard course, I took it up after my second year, during my third year of engineering. And I think our course was one complete year.
Okay.
And the minor course was, I took it up during one of my semesters itself, and it lasted the whole semester.
Okay, got it.
And yes, so coming to the HR interview, it went on expected lines. So it was very generic questions like, why did you decide to apply to this role? What do you like most about the job descriptions? And what do you know about our company's products and services? So, and they even asked me, where do you see yourself in 2 to 3 years? They were just essentially testing how well prepared I was and how thought out I was.
So basically, even before the interview, you have to know really well about the products that the company offer and their principles, basically.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. So you were questioned upon them, and you were able to answer all of these really well?
Yes. So like before, there'll be like a pre-placement talk as well by the company, right? So you kind of have to pay more attention there as well, because they would have told a few conventional things and you can pick up a lot about it from there as well.
Yeah, right. Makes sense. So, Shreyas, tell me how important you think are the projects that you work on, the research experience, and the internships compared to CGPA alone?
Okay. So the way I look at it is CGPA and internships, projects, all of these should go hand in hand rather than over prioritizing one aspect. I would say CGPA does play a very crucial role as a gateway parameter at pretty much anything you apply for, let it be shortlisting for companies or for higher education. It kind of shows your dedication and tenacity towards academic performance, but it can only get you so far. So like I mentioned earlier, you need to have a good grasp over fundamental concepts, but you also need to know how to apply them in practical scenarios. Projects and internships do carry more weightage in terms of practical knowledge in a way. So the crucial thing for me, what projects and internships bring is exposure. In my case, I interned at 3 different companies serving different roles at each company. And it brought about various perspectives for me. So before I joined my job, I had an idea of what I liked and what I didn't like and what field I would want to pursue as a career path. So it sort of gave me like a directional approach for thinking about my career prospects. So in that way, projects and internships played a very crucial role for me.
Yeah, that's really right. So guys, I don't think CGPA question should have asked for SK. I should have asked for SK because he's one of the toppers of our branch. So yeah, he would definitely tell CGPA actually plays an important role. So other than that, lastly, if given an opportunity to do engineering once again, what would you do differently and how would you do it?
That's an interesting question. So one thing I would definitely do differently is involve more in interdisciplinary fields, I would say. So rather than just study mechanical throughout, I would actually apply it from a CS perspective or from a EC perspective. I feel it's the breadth that counts rather than like what one domain you want, especially at early stages in your career. So one thing I would definitely do is involve in more interdisciplinary projects from my field and network with a few of my friends from other branches. And one more thing I would do is take on more leadership roles and engage in more fests, I would say, because that kind of takes you on how a few of your behavioral aspects and how good you can manage in like higher project and higher impact projects.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that I would definitely take on more if given another opportunity.
That's really nice. So, New Society is all about that. There are a lot of students who work on different projects other than what the branch they belong to. They coordinate with a lot of people from the other branches. They are working on interdisciplinary courses. And have you heard about the upcoming webinar from our side? So, it's all about constituents of AI and cybersecurity. So that's
Okay.
again, yeah. So that's again how the students are taking up the leadership roles. So we have individual tech clusters, and this is an event by the tech cluster alone. So there's one ML tech cluster and there's one cybersecurity. So both of them have come up with their own events. I must say they're doing some crazy projects, and you should actually attend that event. It's really beautiful.
Sure, I would love to.
Okay, thank you so much, Shreyas, for giving an interview with us, and I really hope that we connect more often. Also, guys, we'll have a lot of such contents coming up from people in different companies. So do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shreyanka. I hope this helps out some juniors of mine.
Yeah, it will. Thank you. Bye bye.